Welcome back, fourth grade readers and writers. We're at ELA School, Away from School, and I'm your virtual teacher, Mrs. Ewing. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're on daily lesson 26. Let's look at our guiding questions. What can we learn from the process of ratifying the 19th Amendment? How can stories inspire us to take action to contribute to a better world? How and why can we encourage and support others to contribute to a better world? Now remember, those guiding questions help to guide our thinking and the ideas that we're growing around the text and our topic that we've been exploring the last several weeks. All right, so let's grab our materials. We need our text that we're reading this week. Congresswoman Today, look up to Shirley Chisholm and her goals. We need our lesson 26 and our lesson 26 note catcher. You're also going to need a sharpened pencil. So if you need to gather those materials, pause this video now and go ahead and grab them. All right, let's get started. Let's look at our learning target. I can determine the meaning of general and domain-specific words and phrases as they pertain to the article, Congresswoman Today, look up to Shirley Chisholm and her goals. And today we're going to be looking at a phrase in the article, and we're going to be thinking about how, like the learning target says, it pertains to the article. So how does that phrase, well, one, what does it mean? And how does it support the meaning of that whole article? All right, so let's dive in. I want you to go ahead and reread a section of this text. So with your family member, a caregiver, or a friend, reread the section with the subheading, Chisholm ran and made history from Congresswoman Today, look up to Shirley Chisholm and her goals. You're going to find this section on the second page about midway down. All right, pause this video and read it now. All right, good. So let's do some thinking. Now I want to remind you that readers use strategies when they're close reading in order to find the meaning of unknown words and phrases. So remember, we can use the context of the text. We can use the context of the text, right? We can read the sentences around that word or phrase, think about what is happening, and use that to help us figure out the meaning. We can use affixes that come at the beginning or the end of a word. We can use root words, that word, part of the word that stands on its own, and we can always use dictionaries or Google. But I really encourage you to really hone those skills of using the context or what we know about words to help us find the meaning. All right, so let's do some thinking. I want you to think, what is the section mainly about? Remember, yesterday we did a lot of work with the main idea. So today we're going to be looking at that one section first and thinking about, what is this section mostly about? Also think about, how does this section support the main idea of the whole text? And what does Shirley Chisholm's quote, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair, mean? Pause this video and do this thinking. All right, great. So let's talk about this a little bit and grow some ideas. With your family member, a caregiver, or a friend, I want you to talk about these questions. What is this section mainly about? Pause this video and talk about this. All right, good. So now I want you to think about, what does Shirley Chisholm's quote, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair, mean? Now remember, a folding chair is a chair that's not permanently there. It's not always there. A folding chair is one that can be folded up and carried around. I want to tell you that because it might help you when you're thinking about, what does this phrase mean? All right, pause this video, talk about it now. All right, great. What does this quote tell you about the kind of person Shirley Chisholm is? Pause this video, talk about this now. All right, good. Hopefully you talked about that Shirley Chisholm's saying, even if they don't invite her to the table, even if they don't give her a seat, and she's not saying like literally a table, she's saying if they don't invite her into Congress, if they don't give her a seat at the table, if they don't invite her in to make big things happen, then she's gonna make them let her, right? They don't have to give her a seat because she's bringing her own seat, right? She's making her own way so she can make a difference in the world. Love it, right? So I want you to think about, how does this quote then support the main idea of the whole text? talk about this. If you need help with the main idea of the whole text, remember we talked about this yesterday, and you can check out your note catcher from daily lesson 25. All right, pause this video, talk about this now. All right, good, let's do some writing. So on the note catcher, record the meaning of the sentence and how this section supports the main idea of the whole text. Now that's the part, how does this section support the main idea of the whole text? Really speaks to that learning target of how the phrase pertains to the text. So let's look at this graphic organizer. If you notice in this row 1, I want you to record what does Shirley Chisholm's quote, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair," mean? And the second row, I want you to record what clues from the text support your answer. The third row, what does the quote let you know about the person that Shirley Chisholm is? And in that fourth row, I want you to record how does this quote support the main idea of the whole text? All right, really dive into the article, use it to help you, pause this video, and do this note catcher now. All right, great work, readers and writers. So I want you to share your writing with someone and make sure you tell them, why did you write what you did? Then after you complete this assignment, remember to read a book with a family member, a caregiver, or a friend for at least 20 minutes. And then you got that fluency practice. So use a timer. It can be a cell phone timer, kitchen timer, have someone count to 60. Read the passage for 1 minute, count the words you read, and write that number at the top of your text. All right, I've had fun with you today. We have more work to do tomorrow, and I'm excited to see you then. All right, see you tomorrow.